Hello, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Happy 4th of July. I've got a special shirt. Well, right now, as of this recording, it's 2:50 p.m. Pacific time. So that means it will be 5:50 Eastern time. So now it's getting to the time about some question marks on the fireworks. Will it happen? Well, right now in San Francisco, under beautiful skies, but that can change, especially with the marine layer going through the Bay Area. So we'll talk about that. But then we'll also talk about New York City, the Macy's 4th of July fireworks. That has a bit more of a question mark in terms of impact. For San Francisco, it looks like it's going off no matter what, whether there's fog, it's just a cosmetic thing. But for New York City, lightning, thunder, gusty winds, that is all a possibility. So let's head to the computer right now and take a look at this. All right, so at the computer screen here, so let's go take a look at a couple of things to just see what it might be like tonight for the fireworks. All right, so this is the very first thing. Here's the National Weather Service forecast office for New York City. And we got extreme heat warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. It's a lot. Severe thunderstorm watch. We'll get into that once we get to radar scope. What to expect. Hot temperatures. It's going to be a steamy kind of night because it's going to be hot and it's going to be humid. The almanac and the record, you can see quite a bit of a difference here. And I think already we're in the low 90s specifically. 94. There we go. Central Park. So 94 degrees. This is prime thunderstorm territory. So this can also lead to some flash flooding if you get a downpour for like 10 minutes. So that's New York City. San Francisco, much quieter and calmer. Now there is a small craft advisory going a bit more north out into the Pacific, but the other thing to keep in mind is through the Golden Gate. Now, the Golden Gate is not the bridge. The Golden Gate is actually the gap between these two spots that the Golden Gate Bridge connects. I learned that while I was here. So through the Golden Gate, it's that Bernoulli's principle idea that is part of meteorology where you take wind, you compress it, it'll increase the velocity. So it could be maybe 10 to 20 mile per hour winds here, but being compressed through the Golden Gate, that means the winds are going to be up a little bit. So maybe 20 to 30 mile per hour winds in some areas. So that's still less than the threshold to postpone or cancel fireworks or anything like that. So the fireworks themselves will not be an issue just going off. What will be an issue for San Francisco is the fog, the marine layer coming in. And I see kind of it starting already because that is going to cause an interesting effect. All right, so back to New York here. Here's the picture. So we have severe thunderstorm watch throughout this entire area. We got a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings that are in place in Pennsylvania, going through central New York there, maybe near Albany. This could make its way through, specifically New York City areas right there. Now, that's going to be the key timing, is exactly when this is going to come through. So the moisture is there, and I'm going to show you that on the satellite. I have water vapor up, and we're seeing these little blobs here. That's the storms firing up, and they're making their way east. Now, you can also see in California through San Francisco, it's clear right now, but off in the distance, all this cloud cover, that's the marine layer coming in. So that's going to make its way through. So it's not going to be a big effect there. The bigger question is here. So now let me pull up some of the forecasts, some old ones specifically. I want to keep this short. All right, so I have the 18Z NAM up here. Now we are seeing those storms pop up as kind of showing on the radar. So it looks like this could be initializing decently well. The big question is right here, 0Z, that's 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. That is right there. Either way, there's going to be quite some heavy rain coming through and some periods of storms. The question is right there, the timing if the fireworks can go before it starts or just threading the needle. And I think this is what's going to happen. The storms are going to pop up around, and the fireworks may thread the needle. I don't think this is anything that's going to be worth canceling over. And it's America's 250th birthday, so there's a big effort to make sure this does not get canceled. They could delay it. But I think, and I'm giving, I know it's fairly low, a 55% chance the fireworks are going to thread the needle and they'll be going off just fine. What you may see if you are venturing out in the New York City area or anywhere around in the tri-state region, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, anywhere there, you may see the storms off in the distance. You'll probably see some lightning, and if there's one right over you, you definitely hear the thunder. But you'll have natural fireworks, which is lightning, with the real fireworks. So that could be very interesting, but my gut reaction for this is it's going to thread the needle. Now, for San Francisco, we're, again, not seeing anything too much over here. Just the fog layer. Now, the interesting part with the fog layer coming in, fireworks are being shot off the Golden Gate Bridge. So the Golden Gate Bridge is a couple hundred meters above the San Francisco Bay. So that means the fireworks starting platform is a couple hundred meters up, and the fireworks themselves get shot up pretty far. So it could mean that the fireworks are being shot into the fog or into the clouds. So it could be a glow show. A glow show of fireworks where the fireworks are still going up. You don't see the crispness of the fireworks. You'll definitely still hear them, especially in the Golden Gate, like reflecting off the mountains there. But the glow show means the colors of the fireworks can be glowing through the fog and through the clouds, which actually might be a really cool effect. So that is my prediction for San Francisco and my prediction for New York. All right, so that is a quick look at the fireworks for tonight. So in San Francisco, nothing that's going to cause issues with the fireworks themselves. There's just that chance, and I'm seeing the clouds starting to come in now, as I mentioned, that the marine layer comes in, the fog is there, but it'll create a really cool effect of the glow show. But for New York City, that is a bit trickier because the firework timing has to thread the needle between storms. I don't think the storms are going to come through and then the fireworks. I think what's going to happen is the storms are going to be firing up around it, but not necessarily at the time of the fireworks. So maybe a little bit on the east side or the west side is threading the needle. I give that 55% chance that we're going to thread the needle with the fireworks tonight, and it's going to be fine. But it's still going to be hot, and it's still going to be humid, so it's not going to be very comfortable. But if you are outside, it's going to be a great time. America's 250. I got a new Disney shirt here, so we are Star Wars popsicles for 250. Kind of neat. All right, so that's going to be a wrap for this video. And for 250, if you want to get weather ready, BetterSafeRadio.com right now is having some special bundles. Mark from Better Safe Radio, he set up a special code to use for discounts and bundles. That'll be in the description below. So feel free to check that out so you get your weather radio for emergency communications for NOAA Weather Radio and just emergency communications themselves. All right, so that's a wrap for this video. I have some deviled eggs that I made. Baked beans are going. I love deviled eggs. Baked beans are going. Sausage is ready. Burger mash is made, ready to grill. And it's going to be a great 4th of July. Stay safe out there. Be responsible. And I'll see you all in the next video.